Heyo, I'm Xerxes Bakker, and this is how I made Josh Cullen see me. Can't start without my coffee. Yeah. This song started lots of years back with Benjamin Samama, Stuart Taylor, Mats, and Eric Frank. So it's been shitting. So it's been sitting on the shelf for a couple of years now. It never found his home, and I think when Josh Cullen first heard it through Brian Lotto, shout out to Brian Lotto, an amazing producer in the Philippines. He showed it to Josh, and apparently he really loved it. So that was a match made in heaven. Where to start? Let's start with the beginning, I guess. It starts off with it says a simple soft pad. And there's this, I think it's bell going on also. Where are you? Oh, this plug. I think it's a serum plug that I used. It's a very important song lyric-wise, so I think the verse started very simple, the instrumentation of it, because you really want to hear the words of it. Drums come in during verse 1 already. It's just kick and snaps and a hi-hat. I think I added a guitar and an acoustic guitar. But then the most important thing is like the growl of the Reese bass. Are there synths? There are synths, the bells. And what I really like to do a lot are reversed sounds. I have the keys, I have the chime bell, a guitar, and a chorus pad reverse. The way you see me. And of course, added with effects. Gives you this nice sweeping effect that you really think, oh, something really big is gonna happen. But then anticlimax, of course. So let's dive into that chorus then. That chorus, it starts with, that's the drum. That's it. That's it. It's that simple. But what really does the trick is the question answer situation during that chorus is the bass asking the question. And the basses are the poly bass to make it round, sub bass for the sub, for the low frequency. And I always add, if needed, of course, I add like a sign attack, like a 8-bit type of sound. So you hear the hiss. So that's the question. And the answer is the synth polyplug to make it round. And as you can hear, probably it's the cutoff that's very important here. So because it starts really close. So the cutoff is closed. And then after a while, at the end of that bar, of the bars of the chorus, then I open up the cutoff, then it gets wider. Close again. And with that, of course, I added more stuff. I think I added the muted guitar. I just sampled it. And after that, there are more question and answer stuff. Of course, I have more plugs and synths. Again, here I have the 8-bit situation again. right? This brittle plug is another like ear candy thing that I pan left, right. That's not right. That's it. And then all together. Very simple, right? So when Josh did his vocals, he really honed it into making it for the fans, which I really love because I never saw it that way. But it totally makes sense, right? Like first it was a love story, and a lot of people can relate to a love story, but his angle was so different that I absolutely loved it, and it made a lot of sense, of course. Also with his personal matter, that's why I think it again was a match made in heaven. Let's take a deep dive in the vocals. He did an excellent job with the vocals. I did some tricks here, of course, but that's what I do with a lot of my productions and a lot of my songs. I have backing vocals of myself here too, and also here I play with a lot of reversed situations and a lot of four-man shifts. And the way I are is a mix. I think of Benjamin's vocal, my vocal, and Josh's vocal. Like a really hard cut. A really hard cut, of course, as maybe some of y'all know now by now. The way you see me, the way you see me, the way you feel me, the way. And I remember when I was working on this song, talking to Brian Lotto and Josh, I think I remember that he had a very busy schedule, and he did a couple of songs like in one night or something, and including this one, and it came out really great. Knowing that, I think there's an ad-lib that we had in the demo, which let me see which. Oh yeah, the one. Ear candy that probably no one hears, but that's why I'm showing you this. Then for the last chorus, it's basically the same, but some other tricks that I did, including removing the kick at first. The way that you see me, the way you see me, the way you see me, the way you feel me, yeah. I finally see me the way you see me, the way you see me, the way you feel me. So it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger along the way. And what I always love, also when I'm writing songs, I call it a fisherman, is because of a homie of mine, Robert. He called it a fisherman, which is an amazing term for a thing that you want to have in the end of the song, at the end of a song. And I call it a fisherman because it's like a hook, like it's another hook, and like reel it in. A great example is Justin Timberlake's Can't Stop the Feeling. And then at the end, you have got this feeling on my body. It's like another hook that it's nowhere to be found at the start or in the middle of the song, but just in the end, it's just another hook. That can be a totally new melody, but that can also be the bridge, the pre-chorus, or whatever. You just then basically copy paste at the end of the song. And with this song, I did it with the. And then some other things are the vocal chops that I did. That's the vocal chops are this. The way you feel me. I automate a lot. This is a reverb that I automate, so you hear the tail, only the tail of the me. And it ends before the second chop, of course. The way you feel. Yeah, and then we basically end how we started, I guess. So yeah, this was Josh Cullen. See me. I hope you enjoyed this video. 18 made me do this again. But hey, I like breaking down music. So maybe I see you next time. God bless.